So it's Tuesday night, which means I'm feeling all right for just a tip Tuesday. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about ways to get back on track during this holiday season. If we go to a party, if we go to an event, and we kind of have a bad night, a bad afternoon, whatever it is, and kind of do all the unhealthy things. How do we get back on track after that? Now, a couple weeks ago, we talked about tips and ways to try to avoid that, how to go into these events prepared. But let's just say something happened. You go into the event, you didn't plan ahead, you ate all the bad food, you drank way too much alcohol, and you just had a bad event. What do we do after that? Well, the simplest thing to do is to get back on track as soon as possible, right? We don't need to wait until January 1st and our New Year's resolutions to get back on track if we have a bad event today, right? It's 2 weeks away. No reason to wait that long. We don't need to wait until next Monday. We don't need to wait until the weekend. We don't need to wait at all. The best thing to do is to get back on track as soon as possible. So if you have an event or a party that you go to and you have a bad night, the best solution is to get back on track the next day. Don't wait. Get back on track the next day. So, you may be wondering why I have this egg. Well, I've got a nice little analogy for you to sum up why we need to get back on track as soon as possible. Now, let's say you're making some eggs. We all love eggs, I hope. I know I love eggs. But let's say you're making an omelet. You're pulling that carton of eggs out of the fridge. All of a sudden, this egg falls on the floor. Now, what do? Do you immediately clean that egg up and then get back on track and making your omelets? Or do you go ahead and just throw the rest of the eggs on the floor, leave them there, go to the store a couple of days later when you're at the store next, get some eggs then, and then make your omelets? Well, obviously, you're going to go ahead and clean that egg up as soon as possible, wipe it up off the floor, throw it in the trash, and then go about making your omelet. And that's the same thing with your health and fitness during this holiday season. We've made it through what's that called? Halloween. We've made it through Thanksgiving. We've made it through Hanukkah. So we only have a couple of events left, right? We've got Christmas. We've got New Year's Eve and whatever holiday parties you have. So we've made it halfway through at least. So if you have a bad day, all you got to do is get back on track the next day. So if it's a night party, the next morning, start with a lot of water. Actually, you can even start with a lot of water after you get home. The next morning, get back to your eating habits, right? So you can start with breakfast. Whatever you do for breakfast, get back to those healthy eating habits at breakfast. Get back on that hydration. Get back into your workout routine. One bad night, one bad event isn't going to detract from your fitness routine. You're not going to be out of shape. You may feel kind of gross, but that's about it. So get back on track as soon as you can, and that's really going to allow you to stay at a pretty good level. One bad night is not going to bring your fitness levels down. It's not going to bring your fat levels up. It's not going to really be that horrible unless you let it. So when that egg falls on the floor, pick it up as soon as you can, get back on track as soon as you can, and make that omelet as soon as you can. Don't wait until the New Year's. Don't wait until next Monday. Get back on track as soon as you can. And that's really going to be the way that even if you have a bad party, a bad event, that's going to allow you to stick on track with your health and fitness goals and not fall off that wagon. So hopefully this tip helps you. I know it's a tough time of the year. We've got a lot of these events to go to, but don't let them get you down, and definitely don't let one bad event really ruin all of the goals that you've accomplished, everything you've accomplished up to this point. Just get back on track as soon as you can and keep moving forward. So that's your tip for this Tuesday. I'll see you back next week.